Let's go back to that story that we started with at the top of our bulletin. Residents of Sedibeng District municipality in the Vaal in Gauteng have complained to President Cyril Ramaphosa about poor police response to crime. They complained about access to agricultural markets for emerging farmers and also the disabled community being overlooked when it comes to housing. This all emerged during the Presidential Imbizo underway in Sedibeng. The Imbizo is being held to launch the district development model, which is aimed at getting all spheres of government to respond to service delivery challenges. Now to discuss this further, we are now joined via Zoom by New Horizon Movement spokesperson, Mr. Mpho Khang. Ndate, thank you so much for speaking to us. A good afternoon to you. I think the first part is just to highlight some of the challenges really that we are seeing in that area and what we're hearing mostly from community members today.
Thank you very much for inviting us. Well, it's a plethora of issues, from issues that are core competencies of the province, core competencies of the municipality, and others are national competencies. You know, the truth of the matter is our region, Sedibeng, Mfuleni, Lesedi, and Vaal, have been abandoned by the national department. Have been abandoned by also the province. And so today we had almost each and every department. There were complaints about each and every department, from human settlement issues, agricultural issues, service delivery issues. We are just one of those regions in South Africa that are really treated like stepchildren.
And what do you make of what you heard from the president and even the Gauteng premier today? I mean, when you hear the commitments that are made by leaders, is there faith that they'll see execution?
Well, to tell you the truth, we no longer believe and trust what politicians are saying, because let's make an example. The deputy president did come to say they'll deal with issues of sewer spillages in the Vaal. He made a lot of promises in the water treatment plant in Sedibeng, but to this day nothing has changed. So we don't believe them, because they don't give reasons. They don't give us reasons to believe them. However, I really want to applaud people like Minister Pravin Gordhan. Minister Pravin Gordhan had a meeting with the MMC of Basic Services, who is also the president of New Horizon Movement. They are trying to find a solution, a long-lasting solution concerning these blackouts, Eskom blackouts. You must understand that in Mfuleni, 80% of people that get electricity in Mfuleni are electrified by Eskom. However, when Eskom does not give them electricity, they ban municipal roads. The vandalism that happens, it takes place in the property that is governed by local government, even though they are supplied by a parastatal. Right. So we've had a meeting with Pravin Gordhan. We've also had meetings with Deputy Minister Mahlobo and others. However, we are doing this with the background that these people, they always promise you things. When it's time to deliver, then they give excuses. Another thing is that there's a lot of things that the Premier and Tate Makura said. He's the last to speak. He is one of. In fact, Cyril Ramaphosa is better. Ntate Makura is the last to speak, because he said we have been under administration under Section 139. It's 4 years now. Today he's telling us that those people, we have no, our status has not changed. He does not take responsibility that his interventions have failed us to this end, but he's speaking as though it is our problem that we are not getting out of the space that we're in. So, and Tate Makura is the last one to speak. However, the president and other ministers are really giving us an ear and trying to come up with partnerships, processes to make sure that other issues are addressed.
Let's actually go into some of the specifics of what we heard from the Gauteng Premier as he spoke to the community today. One of the things that he's promised is that the long-time sewage issue and water and sanitation issues in the area will be resolved, right? Paint a picture for South Africans that aren't in the area, just how big of a problem this is in Sedibeng and whether or not you're confident that this is going to be sorted out.
Well, this is a problem. This is in fact this is the biggest problem we have in Mpho, the sewer spillage. We have the Section 33, the Section 33 of the Water Act, where DWS and Rainwater Board have taken functions that were basically bestowed on the municipality. However, as Mpho, we don't know what's happening. We are never informed about things. You just see things happening. And we strongly believe that unless we are given powers, unless we sit on the decision-making table and lead this process, these people will come like the armies. You must understand that this intervention, it's for the first time. This is the second time Rainwater Board comes to intervene. So unless these people respect us and give us a role in the decision-making table so that we can lead this intervention, Metsi a Lequa is a collapsed entity, it's a collapsed unit. However, Rainwater Board, when it comes here, it does not seek to empower it. It wants to treat it as a unit of Rainwater Board. When the idea is to make sure that the intervention helps Metsi a Lequa to ultimately run its affairs as an entity, not to treat it as a unit where everything that must happen, we must go and plead with officials of Rainwater Board.
I'm running out of time. I need to squeeze in one last question here, Mpho Khang. We touched earlier on the 64% unemployment in Sedibeng. That is an astronomical number. What did you want to hear from the Premier and from the President about how that should be dealt with?
Well, to tell you the truth, we all know that the ANC does not have a plan. We all know, even ANC people like the former President Thabo Mbeki has said, the ANC does not have a plan to deal with unemployment. So we did not expect anything from him but to give us the stats that we know, the stats that we live in, because we are those states. We did not expect anything. He just told us stats, and he told us about the Vaal River City and especially economic zones, no timelines, no plan of action. It's just pies in the skies. And to tell you the truth, we don't believe that there's going to be any change in as far as unemployment is concerned, because they are also speaking in Mpho Khang. On another day, he's saying it's the responsibility of a business to create employment, and then when he comes to us here, he tells us that employment is a key competency of government, and they are doing something about it. So you see that he tailor-made. The president tailor-made his speeches. When he comes to communities, he comes across as someone who will solve issues. But when he goes to business and other sectors of society, he tells them things that are different. So we don't believe them. We don't trust them. We think it's in our hands now to make sure that we deal with this issue that we're facing of unemployment.
Yeah, Mpho Khang, thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. Mpho Khang is the spokesperson for the New Horizon movement.